It's the final week of the WPIAL girls soccer season here in 2022. And for both of these teams, they're looking to end this week on a high note. We welcome you to Ante Marino Stadium here on the campus of Gateway High School in Monroeville, Pennsylvania for some Monday evening girls soccer as the Hampton Talbots take on the Gateway Gators here on the NFHS network. Hello everybody and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt. Coming into this one, Hampton has had a good record so far, and they are in the playoffs currently for the WPIALs next week. For the Gators on the other side, they're on the outside looking in, but a good week tonight could, or a good week this week, I should say, could be the difference between getting themselves in that final spot in the WPIAL playoffs. But they need some work to do, and it's going to be against teams like Hampton, a really good team this year who currently sits second in their conference that will try and give themselves a victory and give themselves that momentum for their final match of the year against Latrobe later on this week. On the other side for the Talbots, they have had a good start, or a good year so far this year, currently sitting in second behind Mars, the Fighting Planets in their section. Only lost 2 matches so far this year. The Talbots, this is going to be one of those games that just kind of working out the last couple of things before going into WPIAL conference play, WPIAL tournament play in the playoffs. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt. Again, Hampton with a 10-3 record, Gateway 3-9. But they're at home, the Gators. For a lot of these players, it's going to be
Ladies and gentlemen,
their final week playing at Gateway. And they want to end on a high note. It will be the Gators who will kick off to start in the black jerseys, and we're underway here on the NFHS network. Gateway controlling possession momentarily. Last time we saw this team, I should say, for the Gators, it was against the Plum Mustangs only a couple weeks back. The Mustangs really dominated the Gators overall, but I think the biggest problem for Gateway was possession. Offensively speaking, they didn't have a shot on goal against the Mustangs. Give the Mustangs a lot of credit, are a very, very good team. Gateway, I think that's something they want to work on here this evening, is just try and get themselves more possession, try and maintain the ball and move forward on offense. Giving themselves better looks and better opportunities will result in some goals. It's a team that has struggled to find the back of the net this season. But Hampton, they have definitely done that. Like I said, double-digit victories for the Talbots this year, and they look to start off with a shot taken there, but it's collected by the keeper for Gateway. That's Jada Settles, the junior for the Gators. Shot taken by Audrey Bianco. Forward with it is Gateway. This is Addie Hellman. Hellman sends it to the other side, where it's taken by the keeper for Hampton. That's number 1, Olivia Grasswick, sophomore for Gateway, or for Hampton, excuse me. Both goalies for the Talbots are sophomores and a junior. Backup goalie Isabella English, a junior for the Talbots. Talbots do have a couple of seniors, Audrey Bianco, Amaya Johnson, Sky Berker, who are currently starting in this match. But a lot of underclassmen getting the start for the Talbots. We'll talk about that throughout the night. First opportunity, or I should say another opportunity, but it's sent forward by Jada Settles, who was able to get to it. Addie Hellman to the captain, Daniela Garner, but Garner can't corral that one. It's taken by number 5, Olivia Hoffman for Hampton, but back on their own side of the pitch. The Talbots will regroup. Harper Struble sent that one forward to Kate Chapman, and then Chapman got it taken away. Out of the reach, though, of Olivia Hoffman. Settles will get to it, although a little bit of a collision.
Nice play by
from number 41, Amaya Johnson for the Talbots, along with Jada Settles. Hit once in the air by the Talbots. Taken away. And a foul called on Hampton. Mentioned before, this is a non-conference match between these sides. one of 3 non-conference matches taking place this evening. The only one in 3A. Avonworth is at Freedom and Carrick is at McKeesport. But a lot of matches taking place tonight in the section for Gateway. Is looking to get that one forward, but they're not able to, and the Gators will send it out. In Section 3, WPIAL Class 3A, Franklin Regional is taking on Latrobe at 7:30. Penn Hills is at Plum. Plum looking to continue their dominance in the section against a Penn Hills team that has struggled this year. Sent into the box. Over the head of a player, and Talbot was in the area, still with it for Hampton. To the end line, and it's out of play, and it will be a goal kick. So,
Goal kick.
some scary defensive work there for the Gators, but they are able to send this forward on the goal kick. Other match taking place in Section 3A is Penn Trafford at Greensburg-Salem. Penn Trafford right now is the 4th team out of 4 in the section that technically, if the evening stood today, or if the standings, I should say, ended tonight, Penn Trafford would be that last remaining team to get into the WPIAL playoffs as the 4th team in the section. I mentioned Gateway, they have 3 wins on the year, all in section play. Penn Trafford has 4 in section play, so a big match tonight. Gators would really like to see Greensburg-Salem, another team that has had their issues this year, but maybe they can generate some magic at Greensburg-Salem and get themselves a victory. But the Gators, they have this match on hand to worry about, as it will be a throw-in for a Gateway. Emily Werner will throw it in. Werner, one of the freshmen for the Gators, getting the start this evening. Megan Marsh, also a freshman for the Gators, who's starting tonight. Maddie Jessup. Headed in the air by the Gators. That's Hallie Grant, a senior, but it's taken forward by the Talbots. Forward to Mia Johnson, but Johnson could not get it to that one. Here comes Gateway. Grant doesn't get enough on that, and it bounces off a Talbot and back to their defensive player. That's number 12, Sydney Lewis. Lewis, the sophomore, sends that one back. Forward for Hampton. Oh, nice move getting around a defender. Cutting this one and taking the shot, and it bounces in off of Settles. It's a goal for the Talbots. It's number 40, Audrey Bianco, who scores for Hampton. And take another look, a really nice move from Bianco, getting around Rebecca Ryan. Bianco cut it in, and then once that defender was able to step up, she took the shot. It goes off of Settles, and Settles frustrated with that one that she thought she should have saved. But the Talbots strike first, just a handful of minutes into this match. So Audrey Bianco, one of the seniors for the Talbots, who scores the first goal of the match. And a good start for Hampton. Again, we talked about it earlier, Hampton currently sits in second in their section. Another nice move by a player for Hampton. They're looking forward for the through ball. Trying to get it to the attacker, that's 41. Maya Johnson, but Johnson could not get to it. Mia Johnson, excuse me. And instead settles, gets to it. Headed into the air. Here goes Bianco again. Bianco with a shot. Not a bad look. As got around a couple defenders. Had an open shot, but sent that one over the crossbar for a goal kick. Take another look. This is Bianco again. One defender. Stays with it. Little step overs. And just got under that one a little bit. Not a bad look, though, for the senior who already has one goal on her tally this evening. Goal kick goes out of play, so it'll be a throw-in. Kate Chapman, the senior, will throw it in. Right back out of play. Again, Hampton in Class 3A, they're in the Section 1.
Hampton goal scored by number 44, Sky Burker. Time of the goal, 33:05. Burker.
It was Audrey Bianco who scored the goal for the Talbots. And Hampton sitting second in their section. A 7-2 record in the section. Their only two losses, unfortunately, were against Mars, who was 9-0 and 10-0 overall. A lot of discussion about Mars, how they didn't have any non-conference matches and how that would affect their play this year in section, but 9-0 record. They don't need to play non-conference matches. They're doing everything they are in section play, and that's the matches that matter, especially in the WPIAL. Again, top 4 teams make the WPIAL playoffs. Hampton, as of right now, is 9th in 3A overall between all of the sections. A throw in for Gateway, first time down the pitch inside the box for the Gators. Still in play and headed forward, but collecting that one. Nobody home and in the area. Olivia Grasswick will collect it instead for Hampton. That one out of play, another throw in.
Number 30, Peyton Kuiper into the Gator lineup.
Peyton Kuiper is checked into the match, by the way, for Gateway, freshman for the Gators. Headed into the air, but goes off a Talbot and then collected by Olivia Grasswick. 28 minutes remaining here in this first half on the NFHS network. This one's deflected.
Olivia Grasswick.
Nice play by Addie Hellman, but nothing there for Gateway, and then the Talbots move forward with it. Forward, Audrey Bianco. Bianco has a defender on her. Cuts it back, crosses it in, deflects off a Gateway player. Still in the box, though. Sent out of play. It will be a throw-in for the Talbots, but it's out of harm's way for the Gators. Thrown in and cutting in is Bianco. Bianco gets around one defender. Another defender takes the shot and scores.
Goal Talbots.
Audrey Bianco again. getting through the holes of the defense like Swiss cheese and just sending this one into the back of the net. It's another goal for the Talbots, and they lead 2-0. Both goals coming from Audrey Bianco.
Hampton goal scored by number 40, Audrey Bianco.
Here come the Gators, 2-0.
27-26. Audrey Bianco.
Bianco scores that one in the 27th minute. Should say 27 minutes remaining here in the first half. Here come the Gators again. It's 4-on-3 with the defender trailing as well. Bianco taking the shot. That one off of the goalpost, of the football goalpost. And it will be a goal kick, but Bianco showing off the range too. It's the Gators moving forward with it. Hellman looking for her teammate, and she does get it to her. That's Natalie Hellman, also her sister. Kuiper out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. So the Gators are moving down the field. Thrown in, but right back out. The Talbots with it, but it's down the pitch and out of play. Here comes Gateway with it, though. Good opportunity. Shot taken, but it's collected by Olivia Grasswick. It was number 7, Maddie Jesse. See Jesse just using the speed, getting around the defender, taking that shot. It was a low shot, but Grasswick kept it right at her knees. Garner sends that one over, but it's out of play off the side of the net. A couple substitutions will come in for the Talbots. One of them being player for Hampton, who is listed as number 25. And unfortunately, there's no 25 on the roster sheet we have here, so I cannot tell you exactly who that is, unfortunately.
Number 21, Bella Rossi, is in.
Bella Rossi also had checked in for the Talbots.
Along with number 25, Julia Herman.
It's Julia Herman. Okay, so there's a typo. There's 2 28s on my roster sheet that I got from the WPIALs. So that one being number 25, Julia Herman. Into the box and outside of the box now for the Gators. They'll move it forward. Hellman looking for Garner. Good through ball for Garner. Daniela Garner gets behind the defense, takes the shot. It goes off of Grasswick, but it's collected by the keeper. Grasswick is able to hold on to it, but a good opportunity for Gateway. Garner had a lot of speed and was able to get around that back line of the Talbots. Got some power on that shot, too. Enough that Grasswick was not able to hold on to it initially, but stayed with it just stayed right next to her too, so she was able to go and grab it. Out of play, a throw in. Again, another look at this one. This is Garner, who you see past Sky Burker.
Number 10, Sophia Zebrine, is into the Hampton lineup.
Couple players coming in.
Along
Sophia
with 15,
Zebrine.
Maria Zebrine.
Maria Zebrine, so the Zebrine twins are in as well, both sophomores.
Number 13, Marley Rudy, is in for the Talbots.
Anna Kirkpatrick is also in. A shot taken, and Settles has to make the stop. Still in play, but out of play now as it goes to the end line. It'll be a corner kick, but a beautiful save from Settles on a deep strike from a Hampton Talbot player. Just kind of out of nowhere. Another look at it. Settles diving to her right, gets one hand on it. But another opportunity for Hampton. First corner kick of the evening. The Talbots will take it. Audrey Bianco will send it in. Into the box, still around there, bouncing off a couple players. And Kuiper tries to move it forward. Not able to, though, but it goes back out of play off a Talbot, and it will be a goal kick. So Settles keeping this only a 2-goal lead for the Talbots so far. Able to make up for what she thinks was balls that she should have made a save on. She makes a save on a shot that a lot of people would have had gone by them. The Talbots have it now, but back over for Gateway. Garner. Daniela Garner, that's a strong touch off of Hellman, but it's back over to 23. Hannah Kirkpatrick, who sends it forward, but it's out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Gateway. Emily Warner will throw it in. Warner throws it in, and all the way to the far side now. Good ball. Number 40, Audrey Bianco. Bianco takes the shot, but Settles makes the stop. Bianco looking for the hat trick, but Settles tells her to keep her hat on. At least 4 now is a nice stop from Settles. Foul call, and it will be, actually corrections, offsides is the call, so player was offsides. For Hampton has to come back, and now it's a free kick for the Gators. Kirkpatrick, tough touch there, but she stays with it, but it's out of play. Throw in for Hampton. Sydney Lewis will throw it in. That one goes off Hampton. Now it's a throw in for Gateway. We'll have a substitution coming in first for the Gators. It's number 4, Rebecca Ryan, who will check back in. Addie Hellman will check out. Headed by Emily Mannion. Or correction, that was number 22, Addie Hellman. It's out of play. But another couple substitutions for the Talbots. 14, 41. And number 3, so we'll start with 3. That's Harper Struble, who checks back in. 14, Kendall Houlihan also back in. And Amia Johnson also back in for the Talbots. So the starters coming back in after getting little bit of a break. That's back out of play. Another throw in for the Gators. Hampton last season won the section they were in for the first time since 2008. But unfortunately, with off-season realignments, three-time undefeated PIAA champion Mars were moved into that section as the Gators trying to get to that one, but instead it's collected by Grasswick.
Nice save by Olivia Grasswick.
Grasswick gets to it. That was Emily Mannion who was trying to get to it for the Gators, but not able to.
Kirkpatrick on the kick.
Kirkpatrick sends it forward, but it'll go back out of play, a throw in for the Talbots. Mars, again, 61-0-2 in the last 3 seasons. They were 6th nationally in the United Soccer Coaches preseason poll in 2022. So they squared off against the Planets on August 29th. They lost 5-1 in that match. Tough one for Hampton, and a tough one there as Mannion's going to get called for a foul. It'll be a free kick.
Hampton ball.
Right near that 20-yard line for the football field. Sky Bierker.
Bierker on the kick.
Bierker sends it in. It's a low free kick to the edge of the box and then sent out. A desperation clearance from Natalie Hellman. It'll be a throw-in for Hampton. Headed over, Kirkpatrick with it. It's around 1 defender. Drops it off, but Gardner, is there for Gateway. Still in possession, though, the Talbots. Sophia Zabrine. Back over to 25, Julia Herman. Herman will get there, takes the shot, deflects off Maddie Jesse, and then back forward from Gateway, but Garner with it. Gateway still trying to move this one forward. It's good ball movement there. Garner just nothing with that one. Nothing to do with it as it goes out of play. They want a substitution, Gateway, so it will be a throw-in for the Gators, but have substitution first. Addie Hellman checks back in for the Gators. Settles will have to get to this one, come out of the box and send it forward. Headed by Hellman. Peyton Kuiper. Hellman applies pressure, Kuiper as well, and it's out of play. It'll be a throw-in, though, for Hampton. Another substitute for the Talbots. Another throw-in for the Gators. Approaching 13 minutes remaining in the first half. Quickly thrown in. And he inflicts that one forward, but out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. Ooh, slipping on that track is Olivia Grasswick, who's having a laugh about it. The sophomore knows that her teammates are going to laugh about that one on the bus ride home. Grasswick takes the goal kick, and then it's back right to her. The near side now, Sydney Lewis. Lewis stops, turns, and then sends it forward. Kirkpatrick. Lewis is able to keep that one in. Good job. It was about to go out of play. It does go off of Julia Herman, and it will be a throw in, and then the Gators moving down the pitch. 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Emily Warner throws it in. Headed right back out, slowly but surely. The Gators are in the offensive side of the field. Thrown in, out of play, and it will be a corner kick. So first corner kick of the evening for the Gators. Corner kick, and Addie Hellman will take it. Hellman, the sophomore, will take it. Nobody inside the box until now. They move forward, and it's over the head of a player still in the box. And back out from from Hampton, excuse me. Hellman will have it again. Hellman has a defender on her. Sent forward by Emily Warner. Grayson Fry sends it forward, but taken by the Talbots. Mia Johnson. That was Maddie Jesse who was fighting for it, but it's taken now by the Talbots. Kirkpatrick fights out of play. It's a throw in for Gateway. Emily Warner will throw it in. Over the head, Addie Hellman gets to it. Hellman. Mannion. Emily Mannion taking the shot, and that one goes in. It's a goal for Emily Mannion, and the Gators have struck back a beautiful strike from the senior for the Gators. Another look at it. Cutting that back in. Over the head of Grasswick. And a goal for the Gators. The Hampton fans, fun fact here, I could hear them underneath of me. At the beginning of the match, you say that their strobe lights might be played during the match, so Hampton was hoping for the strobe lights. The parents and fans, so the lights turning on and off there. Garner's going to try and get to this one, but not able to. Olivia Grasswick will get to it, but
Gateway goal.
Gateway responds.
26, Emily Mannion.
Emily Mannion
Final goal.
scoring for the Gators.
Mannion.
Under 10 minutes remaining in this first half, but Mannion and the Gators have given themselves some new life in this first half. Peyton Kuiper looking for the give and go to Kuiper. Can't keep that one in though, and it's a throw in for Hampton. The ball is currently in play, but they're going to let it in when we're going to let playing anyway, as it was sent out of play. Audrey Bianco for the Talbots. Switches fields. Olivia Hoffman, nice give and go. Kind of late on it, though. Hoffman had to stop herself. But Hampton maintains possession. Sydney Lewis. Garner applying pressure. Hoffman stepping up. Nice defensive play for Maddie Jesse. Hellman. Mannion looking for Hellman. Hellman on her horse to try and get there, but the first one to get there. And just sending that one out. Heads up play by number 6, Adele Cole freshman defender for the Talbots. Garner on the edge of the box. Staying with it, it's Mannion again. Mannion taking another shot, and that one off the post.
Oh, she hit the post.
Another strike from Mannion, but that one saves
Gator ball.
by the post for the Talbots. Taking another look. Emily Mannion almost had two very impressive goals. And Gateway has the momentum late in this first half. The pitch is tilted in favor of the Gators. Another throw in for Hampton. Kate Chapman will throw it in. 7 minutes and counting remaining in this first half. This one out of play will be a throw in for Hampton. Hampton has not had the ball past the football 30-yard line in a few minutes now. Is this one again out of play? Another throw in for Gateway. So possession has really been all Gateway in these past couple of minutes ever since that goal from Emily Mannion. Mannion flicks into the air. It's taken though by the Talbots. That was Sky Bierker who sent it forward. A handball is going to be called on Grayson Fry, and she knew it. So a free kick for Hampton. A lot of players on the edge of the box sent in by Bierker. First one to get there, though, is Gateway. Hellman. Werner, back to Hellman. They cross midfield. Garner. Garner goes down, play on, though. Peyton Kuiper, edge of the box, back over to Mannion. Mannion has to get there, she does. Has two defenders on her now as it goes all the way to the sideline and out of play. Smart play by Mannion, letting that one go over and getting the throw in. Taking away a bad pass from the Gators and forward now. Audrey Bianco. Bianco got 2 goals to her name already. She moves forward with it, gets around one defender, gets around the second defender, taking the shot, and it's stopped by Settles.
Nice save by Settles.
Possession for Gateway as they try to move forward with it. A player is down, slow to get up for the Talbots. So Bianco, you knew she was going to take that shot as you take another look at it. Running down, and it's the step-overs here, right there, that caused Megan Marsh to have some issues defending that one. But it was stopped by Jada Settles. Corner kick for the Talbots, headed, but Sky Bierker was the one who could get to it, but it's out of play and a goal kick for Gateway. Four minutes remaining in the first half. Peyton Kuiper sends that one out of play. It will be a throw in. No correction. It is overruled by the head ref. It will be a throw in for Gateway. Audrey Bianco. Bianco. Scans her options and sends it over to the corner. Right idea, but her and her teammate, number 5, Olivia Hoffman, were not on the same page there, so it's a goal kick for Settles. Jada Settles sends it forward. Hellman. Mannion sends it forward. Actually, correction, sent it forward by Grayson Fry. Headed by Burker. Hellman, forward from Burker. Hoffman trying to track it down. Hellman out of play, a throw in for the Talbots. Ball on the pitch, and Sydney Lewis will throw this one in. The sophomore throws it in for the Gators. It's right back out, though, and Lewis will try it again just a few more steps farther down. Thrown in again. Third time's a charm now for Lewis. Now she's going to angle her throw more towards the goal as it's headed by Gateway and then sent forward. Lewis will get to it, but she'll let it go out of bounds. The 4th time in the last minute now, she will throw it in. Gateway not able to bring in their sub in yet, so it's another throw in. Out of play this time, it's Gateway. But the substitution will come first. Minute 15 remaining. Natalie Hellman checks back in for the Gators. Forward, dangerous play for Grasswick, who gets to it. Hoffman. Bianco, Audrey Bianco. Oh, good ball to the left side. Got a man over there, player over there, and taking the shot. It just rolls wide.
Shot, wide right, goal kick.
So that one going wide. And a goal kick for Gateway. The Talbots have had a couple opportunities to extend their lead. This one could easily be 3 or 4-0 with the momentum that Hampton had. But some nice defensive plays from Settles. And then the Gators were able to flip the field. It was Emily Mannion who had scored for Gateway. She also hit the post, almost trying to tie it up. But the Gators have looked a lot better in the second half of that first half. Compared to earlier, it was all Hampton to start, but the Gators have come back and responded. We'll be back here with the second half between Hampton and Gateway. Do not go anywhere here on the NFHS Network. 2 goals scored by Audrey Bianco for the Hampton Talbots are so far the difference, as the Gators had responded. A goal from Emily Mannion, and then the Gators had the momentum going into the end of that first half, and they look to continue it here in the second half, but the Hampton Talbots have a 1-goal lead, and they will look to hold that one. It's going to be an interesting second half between these teams. Again, a non-conference match between the Hampton Talbots and the Gateway Gators. Hampton will switch sides, and they will go from right to left. The Gators going from left to right. And it will be Hampton who will kick off, and we're underway for 40 minutes of second half soccer here on the NFHS Network. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt. After that kickoff, it's out of play and a throw in for the Gators. In their black jerseys. Thrown in and collected by Sky Burker. deflected over and for the moment out of play. Another throw in. Maria Zabrine throws it in for the Talbots. Thrown in and then forward from Audrey Bianco. Bianco looks to cut in, stops it. Taking the shot, it's a low shot, but Settles is there. No help from the Talbots. And Settles will move forward with it. Daniela Garner. Garner just getting a piece of it to keep it away from the Talbots, but they have possession now. Amia Johnson forward, but it's out of play. A throw in for Hampton. Maria Zabrine will throw it in. 3 Zabrine sisters on the team, 2 twins. And the younger sister, Olivia Zabrine, is the younger sister, the freshman, as this is headed but collected by Settles. Sophia and Maria Zabrine, both sophomores on the Talbots. I was reading an article at halftime. 11 pairs of siblings between the Hampton boys and girls soccer teams. So a lot of the same families playing in the Hampton area. As this is forward for a Gateway, but nothing doing there from Megan Marsh.
Saved there by
Olivia Grasswick will collect it. Mannion after bad touch from Grasswick. Garner with it. Garner drops it off to a teammate. Sending that one over, deflects, but it's collected by Grasswick. That was Maddie Jesse who took the shot. Grasswick right there for it, though. And it's forward from Hampton. They will move forward. Deflecting. Good ball, though, for the Talbots. Crossing in, looking for some help. Player there for Hampton. Trying to take the shot, but the defender stands her up. Good play from Gateway to move that one forward. That was Rebecca Ryan on the defense for the Gators, but still in possession, Burker. Burker taking the shot, and it's wide left, but Settles going to collect it anyway.
Sky Burker on that drive, Settles with the save.
Another look at it is Burker. He just kind of takes a shoulder and then sends it forward. It was not enough power on it to make a difference against Settles, and Settles also going to her left anyway to make sure it doesn't creep into the side of the net. It was going wide left as it is defended, and some pushing and shoving. Grayson Fry, Kendall Houlihan are exchanging shoulders. And thrown in by the Talbots. Headed once. Grayson Fry will send it forward. Garner, taken though by Burker. Burker has Garner defending her. Forward. Olivia Hoffman. But Grayson Fry gets there. Lewis. Headed a couple times. Big swing from a couple players, and Hampton still with possession offensively. Megan Marsh will get to it. And Marsh sends it forward. Well played to keep that one out. But another throw in. Maria Zabrine. Back out of play. Zabrine throws it in again. Bianco Audrey Bianco stops, turns, cuts to her right, takes a shot. Settles is there for it, though.
Nice save by Jada Settles.
Bianco trying to do everything there.
Bianco.
Another look at it. Made some nice moves, but Gateway was able to stay in front of it, and lucky also wasn't deflected off of Grayson Fry, who was in the area. Could have had a bad deflection there, but Settles was able to get to it. Hampton still with it. A shot taken, and again, Settles is right there for it. Jada Settles for the Gators has made some more routine stops to keep this a 1-goal lead for the Talbots. Here comes Gateway on offense. Garner stops, looking for Mannion. Also got a foot on that one was Maddie Jesse, but it's collected by Olivia Grasswick. Thrown in, headed, right back out. Another throw in for the Gators. Emily Warner will throw it in, but it's right back out again as well. Again, this is a Gator team that only 3 wins this year, all in section play. A couple victories against Greensburg-Salem. Trying to get themselves into the WPIAL playoffs. They would need a lot of help from those same Greensburg-Salem players to try and beat Penn Trafford tonight. It's out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. They have one more match remaining against Latrobe later on this week. This is the final week of the regular season in the WPIALs. Out of play, it'll be a throw-in for Gateway. It was Manning who flicked that into the air. Megan Marsh taken away, though, by Molly Interthal. Grayson Fry steps up, and it's out of play. Another throw-in. See a large bench there for Hampton. 37 players in total between the JV and the varsity teams. Section winners last season, although Mars has officially clinched the section this year. Again, undefeated was Mars. Once you get into the WPIAL playoffs, all bets are off. And if there's anyone to ask about that, it's another shot taken and headed over the bar from Audrey Bianco. If there's anyone who know that anything is possible in the WPIAL playoffs, it is Hampton last year, although on the boys' side, the Talbots, the boys team, won WPIAL in state last year after what was considered unexpected from them. Had a couple losses. Actually had one loss in the year, but were not expected to be fighting for WPIALs prior to the season. This one out of play, another throw-in. That boys team also continuing to have a very good season this year as well. They've qualified themselves in the WPIAL playoffs. Another throw-in for Gateway. Thrown in from the Gators, Garner, Mannion. Megan Marsh, but it's out of play. Thrown in, Mannion. Looking for Garner, Garner has it. Stepping up though defensively was Audrey Bianco. Good ball for the Talbots, and they'll move forward trying to counter. Oh, trying to get that to the outside, but stepping up was Grayson Fry, cutting off that through ball. Offsides is the call. Mannion not able to get herself back before that one was sent towards her, and it's a free kick for the Talbots. Sky Burker will take the free kick off a Talbot, headed a couple times and then collected. Bianco headed once. Hoffman fighting for it, but it's sent forward by Gateway. Under a half an hour remaining here in this second half. Gateway looking to tie the match back up. After they dropped the first 2 goals to Audrey Bianco. For the Hampton Talbots, Emily Mannion was able to score for Gateway. And there's plenty of time in this match where anything could happen. Here in Anti-Marino Stadium on the campus of the Gateway Gators, a beautiful night for soccer. Not too cold, though definitely sweatshirt weather. Beautiful day all around. After some really cold nights, the past couple of nights. There'll be a free kick for Gateway, or for Hampton, excuse me. Sky Burker will take the free kick. Three players on the edge of the box for Hampton. Burker sends it in. Goes off a player for Gateway and then sent out by the Gators. So Bryan was trying to send it forward. Now Burker chips that one into the air, but it's out of play. Another throw in. Forward for Hampton. In towards the box. That's a bad touch for the Gators. Still with it is Hampton. Jousting at that one and then won by the Gators, though. Flicked forward. Hampton still with it, though. Olivia Hoffman. Hoffman taking the shot. It's off of Settles and over the bar. A good save by Jada Settles.
Keeps the game 2-1 in favor of the Talbots. Point-blank range on that shot. And now we have a corner kick.
It's a corner kick for Hampton, but Settles denying Olivia Hoffman. Audrey Bianco will take the corner kick. 25 minutes remaining here in this second half. Bianco's corner kick is headed over, and it's out of play, though.
Goal kick.
It's a goal kick for Gateway. I believe that was Hoffman who got her head on that one for the Talbots. Out of play, another throw in for the Gators.
Number 15, Abby Griffin.
Comes
is in the Gator
Hampton.
lineup.
Bianco. Good ball for the Talbots. Keeping that one in, they are able to. Flicked forward, and it's over the bar. Off the volley from Amia Johnson, and Johnson couldn't put that one home for the Talbots. Forward from Gateway, and it's been all Hampton offensively in these past couple of minutes. Here come the Talbots again. Hampton just trying to keep this, or Gateway just trying to keep this a 1-goal lead for the Talbots. But another goal would really be a heartbreaker for a Gateway. Too high on that shot from Audrey Bianco. Jada Settles will take the goal kick for Gateway. It's forward, but nobody there for Gateway. They've got a lot of players back behind their own 30-yard line on the football field just to keep Hampton at bay. Sent over, crossed in. It's a low cross, but out of play.
Centering pass.
It'll be a corner kick.
By Griffith. Corner kick.
Corner kick for Hampton. Number 40, Audrey Bianco, will take the corner kick again. Bianco sends it into the box. Looking for some help. It goes over a couple players. Collected by Sydney Lewis, but only momentarily. Grayson Fry sends it forward. And Gateway trying to move forward with it, but a lot of pressure from the Talbots, and they stay with it. Nice play. Crossing this one in. Deflects off a Gator, but that was Olivia Hoffman. Beautiful ball over to Hampton, but offside is Kendall Houlihan.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's still time to pick up a late night snack at the refreshment stand. Assorted drinks, desserts, hot dogs, and other dishes.
Off a player for Hampton, it's out of play. Off a couple players, and Hampton still with possession though, that's Berker. Fighting for it was Marsh, but just couldn't keep that one in, a throw in. For the Talbots.
Wholesale substitution.
Now we got a lot of substitutions
for the Talbots.
For the Talbots. Give you some numbers here. 13, Marley Rudy is in. See, 25, Julia Herman is checked back in.
Number 14.
23, Hannah Kirkpatrick is also checked back in. Sophia Zabrine is checked in for the Talbots as well.
For the Gators.
Another throw in for Gateway. Mannion. Mannion drops it off to Marsh. Forward, nobody there though for the Gators. It'll go out of play. It'll be a goal kick.
Rashwick for the Talbots. Halfway through the second half.
20 minutes remaining here in this second half. Hampton, a 2-1 lead. 2 goals from Audrey Bianco. That second one, the difference so far in this match. It's a short goal kick to the near side, and Hampton's going to take its time trying to move this one forward. Back and forth between 2 players for the Talbots, and then finally sent forward. It goes all the way down. We're getting to that one. Is Grayson Fry, and then over the near side. Natalie Hellman. Garner. Garner's looking for the through ball. That was Peyton Kuiper was trying to get to. Mannion will take a drive, and you knew that was going to happen after scoring the first goal and then almost scoring his second goal, hitting it off of the post. Mannion had an opportunity, had an open look, and range right now not a factor for her. She took that one just a bit too much under it. It's a goal kick for the Talbots, who try to move forward with it now. Herman. Sent forward and settles. Calls off her teammate and then sends this one forward. Garner's going to try and keep this one in. She does. Nice play from her. Down the pitch. Flicked forward. Getting there is number 5, but Settles will get there first. Nice play from Jada Settles.
Nice play by Jada Settles.
Olivia Hoffman got behind the defenders, but Settles comes sliding in. Another look at it. You see Hoffman getting there. Got around Grayson Fry, and then Settles just gets there by about a step before Hoffman could. Into the box. Settles will collect this one. She'll roll it forward. Maddie Jesse. Jesse sends it forward, was looking for Mannion, couldn't get it to her though. Defensively, Marley Rudy was there for it. Garner out of play though, a throw in for Hampton. They're out of play again, and it's another throw in for the Talbots. 17 minutes remaining here in the second half. Marley Rudy. Taken away though, bad pass. Jesse. Back to her. Forward to Mannion. Good ball for Garner. Garner with it. Garner just couldn't get to the left side.
Good drive by Garner.
Good defense.
Gator ball.
From Adele Cole to get there for Hampton. Garner had a lot of speed, but I think that touch was just a bit too far to the right. Couldn't control it. And it's a throw in now for Gateway. Thrown in, headed by Jesse. All the way down and out of play. Mannion. Too strong on that touch. She has to go retrieve it in the corner. Stays with it. Headed though by Hampton. Want a handball? Yeah, they're going to get one for Gateway, and it'll be a free kick for the Talbots. Free kick and kept in. Nice play from number 10, Sophia Zabrine. The bench for Hampton was loving that one. Is right by that sideline. Not an easy play to keep it in. Stayed with it and was also looking for the give and go. Almost had it. Earned the Talbots a throw in, but here we have a penalty kick. A foul inside the box, and it's a penalty kick for Hampton. Definitely a foul on that one. The Gators are going to be called for the penalty. I wasn't sure who it was.
Penalty kick coming up.
But it's Audrey Bianco who will take it for the Talbots. Bianco versus Settles. 14 minutes, and how huge this could be for both sides. Bianco steps up, takes the shot, and scores. Settles guessed right. Bianco went to her right. Nothing that Settles could do there. And Audrey Bianco, a hat trick for her. Taking a look, you see Bianco, or Settles, excuse me, just that quick movement to her right. Nothing she could do to try and stop that one.
Her third of the game, scored by
Audrey
40,
Bianco.
Audrey Bianco.
The senior for Hampton.
Goal, 14-40. Audrey Bianco on the hat trick.
Has put the Gators in a much bigger hole now. Down 2 goals with 14 minutes remaining here in this match. A quick throw in for the Gators. Out of play. Will it be out of play, actually? Oh, almost didn't. Took a interesting spin on that one, but it is out of play, and it will be a corner kick for Gateway. Gateway, their corner kicks, they have an interesting design. They really don't stack the box. They kind of have players just charge in.
Corner kick.
This one's sent into the box. Headed, though, by Hampton. Jesse will take the shot. It's off
Jesse on
of Herman. Back forward, but collected by Grasswick.
Olivia Grasswick.
So Jesse steps up and fires there, but it goes off Julia Herman, who will be feeling that one after this match. Grasswick with it again for Hampton. Herman. Back to her, looking for moving this one forward. Hoffman. We're looking for Hoffman again, couldn't get it to her. It was number 10, Sophia Zabrine. Hoffman now with it, but it's out of play. Another throw in for the Talbots, but they'll have 2 substitutions come in first. Sydney Lewis will check back in. It's Bianco with it now for the Talbots. Bianco takes the shot, but collected by Settles. Back into the air. Over the head, Kate Chapman, who checked back into the match for Hampton. A throw in for a Gateway. Jesse. Garner can't get there. It's sent forward, and now it's a race to get there. Settles is the first one, though. Sends it over to her teammate, Hallie Grant. And then Mannion fights with it. Garner trying to get there, but just out of the reach. It's Olivia Grasswick who gets to that one first and collects it. Herman. Julia Herman. Sophia Zabrine. Sydney Lewis. Sky Berker. Hoffman takes the shot, but Settles is there for
Settles. She's been busy tonight.
touched by Natalie Hellman. Goes over to her sister, Addie Hellman, and then Jessie with it. Looking for Natalie Hellman, couldn't get to her, but Mannion is there for it. Mannion takes the shot. It's collected, though, by Olivia Grasswick.
Grasswick on the save for Hampton. Under 10 minutes left in the game.
10 minutes remaining in this match here on the NFHS Network. And a non-conference match between these two teams. Final week of the regular season in the WPIALs. Hampton has qualified for the WPIAL playoffs. They're currently sitting in second in their own section behind Mars, who is undefeated. Hampton is 9th ranked in 3A. Nice play to Herman. Forward for Gateway, or for Hampton, excuse me. There's Marley Rudy. Sophia Zabrine. Zabrine gets around a defender, crosses it in. Couldn't get to a teammate, but back over. Shot taken, and that one off of the par.
Off the
Off the
post.
crossbar for Audrey Bianco, who's looking
goalkeeper's
for her
best friend.
4th goal. Into the box, touched by Hampton, and they will score.
Goal, Hampton.
It is number 5, Olivia Hoffman, who gets their first. Beautiful cross in from the Talbots. And that looks like that should seal the deal. 4-1 now. Another look at it. Sydney Lewis. Was the one who crossed that one in. Olivia Hoffman got to it. Hoffman has earned herself a break.
Hampton goal scored by number 5, Olivia Hoffman.
So Hoffman
Time
getting
of
the
the
goal.
8:38. Hoffman.
Forward from Hampton, and out of play though. It'll be a throw in. Deflected off a couple players. Stepping up is Grayson Fry. And then Gateway will swing it to the other side of the pitch. Mannion tries to get there, cannot. Not it is Peyton Kuiper, but now it's a throw in. Thrown in, but all the way down the pitch. Mannion. Crosses it in, looking for Gardner, couldn't get it to her. Mia Johnson. Forward, but off of a Hampton player. Julia Herman. Last one to touch that, tries to keep it in, and Instead of a corner kick, it's a throw-in, so nice play from Herman getting there.
Corner kick.
That's a throw-in for Gateway.
They get a throw in.
Mia Johnson. Olivia Hoffman, or excuse me, number 5, Grayson Fry, out of play. Couple substitutions. Molly Interthal checks back in. See Sky Berker check out. Herman. Sophia Zabrine. Back to Julia Herman. Mia Johnson. Johnson looking for the cross, but it's off of Rebecca Ryan, and it will be a goal kick for Gateway. Under 5 minutes remaining in this match between the Gators and the Talbots. Have a substitution. Emma Langer comes in for Hampton. Langer looking for that one, gets a touch on it. Forward to Mannion. Couldn't get it to her though, is Harper Struble. Sent that one out of play. Thrown in by Gateway. Garner. Back over for the Talbots. Mannion. Anna Kirkpatrick, who had also just checked into the match as well. Couldn't get it to that one, so a throw-in for Gateway. Thrown in and out of the reach of number 15, Abby Griffith. Sophia Zabrine. Shot taken, and that one over the bar from number 26, Emma Langer. Langer, a freshman for the Talbots. Taking a look, as you see, Zabrine dropping it off to Langer. Langer took a touch, but had a tough angle on it. It goes over the crossbar for a goal kick. Taken away, though, and Langer with it again. I was looking for the through ball on the give and go. Couldn't get it to her, though. Stepping up and sending that one out of play. Another throw-in for Gateway. Settles. We'll get to this one. 2 minutes remaining here in this one. Again, final match, or final week, I should say, of regular season for both of these teams. Hampton comfortably in the WPIAL playoffs. Gateway was on the outside looking in as of tonight. Of course, this match does not affect that due to being a non-conference match. Final 90 seconds. Here is the Talbots. Will take their time and let this clock wind down. They'll swing it from the right side to the left side. Sydney Lewis has some pressure on her. Harper Struble. Marley Rudy. Back over. Final minute.
1 minute left in the game. 1 minute.
Out of play, another throw in for Gateway. Player going down. Mannion called for the foul. Marley Rudy going down. The senior will send this forward. The final 15 seconds. That will be all she wrote on this one, bouncing back and forth a couple times. And that will be it. It was Hampton. 4 goals for the Talbots this evening, 3 of them coming from the likes of Audrey Bianco. Bianco, a hat trick for her. 2 of them in regulation, 1 of them on a penalty shot. And then it was Hoffman who also scored for the Talbots. Emily Mannion was the only goal scorer for Gateway. And final score is 4-1. The Hampton Talbots win this non-conference match. And that will be all she wrote in this one. For our entire broadcasting crew, our producer Adam Gusky, and our director Lee Schaefer, I'm Spencer Witt saying so long, and thank you so much for tuning in here. Gateway Girls Soccer on the NFHS Network. Good night, everybody.